This is Eufy's brand new Floodlight Cam 2 Pro. It boasts a 360-degree pan and tilt 2K camera, has 3000 lumen spotlights, and free local storage. We're gonna be testing out all those features in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So take a look at this bad boy right here. We've got the Eufy Floodlight Cam 2 Pro. So this is quite an improvement from the predecessor that they had a few years ago. It's got 360 pan and tilt, 2K camera, some amazing spotlights built into this thing, and free local storage on the device so you don't have to pay for cloud recording. Oh, and I also wanted to mention that Eufy did send this camera out for free for me to review, and I am partnering with them to make this video. Now, if we take a look at some of the features on the back of this box, we've got the 360, we've got the subject locked and tracking. So this is going to lock in on any kind of movement that it sees and track it. I'm pretty curious to see how that feature is going to work because I've tested on other cameras before and I have not been happy with it. So we'll definitely be testing that one out. We've got 2A audio, we've got 2K camera, IP65 rating. This works with your voice assistants, so you can connect these to Google and Amazon and bring up a live view if you have either an Echo Show or the Nest Hub, something with a display on it, or you can bring it up on, say, either the Chromecast or the Fire Stick. You can bring those up so you can see live views on those devices. We've got the 3000 lumen brightness on these different floodlights right here that go up to 40 feet away. 3 turnable light panels, and then we've got our trusty local storage on here. Now, I did hear that they are working on a feature to get this camera connected to a base station. So if you do have the Eufy base station inside of your house, hopefully down the road, this will be able to connect to it so you can save all of your storage locally in the house on that base station instead of on this camera. Okay, so now that we have taken a look at some of the features of this camera, let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. So I also wanted to mention that if you are looking to purchase this product on Amazon, you can get $50 off using the coupon code below. So if you're looking to purchase it and want $50 off, don't forget to use that coupon code and use the affiliate link. All right. This thing is massive. So it's got this plastic shield right here, but let me pull this out and show you guys. Boom, check this guy out right here. So we've got our 360 camera underneath here. Inside the box, we've also got this little thing right here. This is all the hardware that comes with it. And that's it. So we'll drop that to the ground. Let's get rid of this guy too. So take a look at this thing right here. It is absolutely huge. We've got the camera on the bottom. We've got our mounting and wiring up top. So this does have to be wired in. There are no batteries on this thing, so do keep that in mind. And this does have to be wired into a junction box. So make sure that you have that before you pick something like this guy up. Now with the lights here, we can unscrew in between, which is gonna loosen them up, and then from there, we can adjust the lights however we want. If we want them to point to the side, or just going straight forward, and we'll take a look at that once we get it actually all set up. So let's close that back up. Now, taking a look at the back of the camera here, there is a rubber seal, so we're gonna open that up, and inside of there, we have got our sync button, and then we've also got micro USB power. So we can use that to power up this camera to get it set up before we officially mount it up. If we take a look here, behind the middle spotlight is a button. So if we push that button, that is going to allow this mount to open up. So you can either mount the camera like this if you've got it on a wall like that, or if you want to mount it to the ceiling, we've got the option of just going straight up so you can mount it directly to, say, under the eaves or something like that. So I like that they've got a couple different mounting options for this guy. Okay, I also want to take a look at what comes inside the box. We'll set this guy here. So inside the box, we're going to get some decals, so 24/7 monitoring if you want to set those up. But then we've also got everything that we need in here. So brackets, hooks, wire nuts, different wiring. So everything you need is going to be here in this bag to get this set up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up outside so we can start testing to see how good it really is. Okay, we had a bit of an issue with installing this thing because this light that you see above me right here is probably where it should go. That's where the junction box is, but that way is only 6 feet high. They recommend installing this camera anywhere from 6 to 9 feet is ideal. And I figure the higher, the better. So since I didn't want to put mine right here, and because this one's just painted in, I didn't want to ruin it. It's got a weather sealant around it. I went ahead and I just kind of jerry-rigged mine up here. So I put it up there. It's just hanging there for these demos. It's at a 9-foot level, so it's perfect. Because I am just doing this for a demo and I'm just leaving it up for that, this is not a permanent install. I definitely recommend don't doing this at home. Get it professionally installed before you do anything with it. But now that it is installed up there, let's go ahead and test it out. And since it's a floodlight camera, let's go ahead and start with some night shots. You know what? The lighting is right now. Let's go ahead and just start testing it now before we get to those night shots. So we got an evening shot. Light is good back here. I'm about 10 feet away from the camera. Put it back all the way up here. It's going to be about 25, 30 feet. And I'll show you guys what it looks like from distance and then what it looks like from close away. So I'm about 25, 30 feet right here. We're going to come back. Let's actually test out that tracking. See how well it follows me. I gotta say, just looking at the camera right now and its movements, I'm pretty impressed with it. But now that we've seen what it looks like in the evening, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the night shot with some floodlights next. Hands down, some of the brightest spotlights I have seen from any camera out there. These things are amazing. Look how far back you can see here. These things are awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back so you can see from a distance. This is all the way back to about 25, 30 feet away from the camera. Let's check out the tracking and zoom on it, see if it can follow me all the way over. In fact, let's see if we can even go past all the way back here. See if it follows me all the way back there, and then we'll go back all the way here till about 10 feet away from the camera. But this is what the night shots look like with these. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so it is a nice, bright, sunny day outside. I want to show you guys the daytime. Here's what it looks like from about, I don't know, 8, 10 feet away. Let's go back here and show them what it looks like. All the way in the nice shade, about 30 feet. We can get a little bit closer, and let's see if it tracks us going around the table over here. Oh, looks like it found me. And we are now back over here. So this is what the camera looks like during the nice, bright, sunny day.
Daddy, can you get my water?
Yeah, let's get some shoes on too. It's probably pretty warm out here.
I'm a little bit good.
Okay, so what did you guys think of that footage? I thought that the daytime and heck, even the nighttime stuff was amazing. Now, I did notice that during the nighttime shot, when I backed all the way up, came forward and started walking around, it did not track me when I was walking around. But overall, that tracking feature was much better than I was expecting. It's actually the best I've seen out of any camera that I have tested. The overall quality I thought was good. The audio was great. If you noticed, even when I was all the way back, you could still hear me. I mean, 30 feet away from the camera, plus the camera being, about 9 feet up. I was impressed with the audio too. Now, there are a couple of things in the app that I wanted to show you. Okay, so we've got to the camera right here. If I click on the middle, it's going to bring up the live view of the camera. We have got our dial right here, so we can move the camera. Let's say I want to bring it up a little bit. We can do that there. Down in the bottom left corner, we've got the light, so I can turn on the floodlights manually. I can also swipe up from the bottom options here to get some more options. So if I wanted to quickly turn on and off tracking, I can do that there. Now, if we click on the gear icon up in the top corner, we can see the different settings on here. So you can turn logo on and off, camera on and off, auto night vision on and off. But there are a couple things I wanted to show you on here, and that is going to be the monitoring settings. So we've got our motion tracking. We have got our preset positions, and those preset positions are going to reference below where it says auto cruising. So auto cruising means that the camera is going to slowly just kind of cruise around and look for some different preset points that you did. So if we take a look here, these are my preset points. I've got one dead center. If I click on number 2, here is my number 2 position, and then number 3, here is going over to the number 3 position. Now, if I back out of there, if I turn on auto cruising, it's gonna hit all 3 of those positions. So you can set those up on your side to completely monitor your area. So there are a couple more options that I wanted to show you. One is the light setting. So we've got enable floodlight. You can also do ambient light. So this is going to be, it says light schedule, where you can actually have the light turn on at sunset and turn off at sunrise if you wanted to that, or you can even set your own custom schedules in here. You can adjust the temperature of the light and you can adjust the brightness of the light. Now for the sake of the test that I did at nighttime, I left all of this at default right here. What I'm thinking about doing, and let me know if you guys are interested in this, is I will do another short video where I go through the different temperatures so we can see what those look like, and then also the different brightnesses. But just note, for this video, I just used the default that you guys see right here. One last thing that I wanted to show you, if we back out of here and go to motion detection, here are the motion detection settings. So you can set up activity zones. You can have it detect only humans or all motion. If we go down here, you can set up the detection range. And right now it's on standard, but you can also go to advanced. And what that is going to do, if we scroll down just a little bit more now, it's going to allow us to adjust these individually. So if there's one area that you don't want it to detect as far, you can actually bring that in. So we can even turn it off. So let's say we turned off the left area because maybe there's a big tree over there or a window where it keeps picking up detection inside the house. Turn that off completely. So really customizable what you can do with this guy right here. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers most of the things that you can do with this light and what it offers. Well, that is all I have for you guys in this video. If it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next video.